Hello valued viewers, I hope you're doing wonderfully well. Welcome to Overlord 89. Bean, what's going on today?
Thanks, Cap. Yeah, so this is an idea that I cooked up a long time ago, probably when I first started playing DCS, and realized a lot of the modern airframes that we have, although they're kind of 2000 model jets, they have some of the older hardware on them. For example, the Hornet has the Sparrow on it. And I thought, oh, it'd be really interesting to try and pick a period in time where basically the Red 4 jets like the Su-27 and the Hornets and F-16s, etc., the F-15s had sort of similar armament. So this idea came about of having a Fox 1 campaign. Tonight we're just running it as a one-off mission to see how it works. It's something that I've designed on the channel map, so it should be okay. I've tested most of the airframes to see what happens. They're able to take off, so yeah, fingers crossed it should all go very well. Just to give you a bit of a background, as I said, it's a fictional kind of alternate history idea that I cooked up, and it's your classic kind of Cold War gone hot. The reason it's set in 1989, as I said, is because of the technology around the time. You know, it was before the AMRAAM came into service, so it makes things a little bit more equal. So the idea is that following the heightened tensions during the Cold War, when Gorbachev comes to power and he tries to put through it a lot of his reforms, he's met with a military coup. And that military coup decides to form a military council to govern the USSR. And of course, it causes all sorts of political turmoil and their economy starts tanking. So they decide the best thing to do to distract everybody would be to invade the West. So in 1987, they marked the 70 years since the October Revolution. Soviet tanks decided to invade Western Germany. Then you have the Battle of the Fulda Gap, as was predicted, or kind of the nightmare scenario that was planned for. But despite a lot of the technological advances, just the sheer volume of tanks by the Warsaw Pact pushed NATO forces back. So by 1988, in this scenario, the Red Army has conquered much of Germany, and then they progress into France. So really, at the end of the day, what we're ending up with is a situation much like at the end of World War II, but instead you've got Warsaw Pact forces occupying Northern Europe rather than obviously the Nazi German forces. So now we're set in 1989, and it's 45 years to the day since Operation Overlord. And the idea is we're going to refight Overlord again, and we're going to do an Allied invasion again, or in this case, it's a NATO invasion off the coast of France with 1980s technology. So in terms of what to expect, well, there are, of course, SAMs. So we're going to need seed flights, and there should be an equal balancing of SAMs on both sides. This is going to be PvP for this mission. So you have SA-10s and then Patriots on either side, and then you have Hawks on the blue side and SA-6 and SA-11s. You should also expect period accurate AAA as well. So you're going to have 57mm on the Soviet side, as well as the odd Shilka here and there. So keep an eye out, don't get too low, and some SA-9s. And then on the Allied side, you've got Stingers, Vulcan, AAA, a Rapier at the RAF field. So SEAD is a big part of what's going to need to be done on both sides. And then, of course, you've got the CAP effort, the fighter sweep effort. Now, I'm aware the F-14s we have in DCS, they can carry Fox 3s, and for the, at the time, of course, they carried Fox 3s. I have tried to restrict it that you can only carry 4 Fox 3s on the F-14s. And in an effort to try and balance it out a little bit, because they've got the Phoenixes, I've put in some AI MiG-31s, and they've obviously got Fox 3s as well. These AI MiG-31s can be triggered by the Red Coalition via the F10 or others option on the radio menu. So you just call up your communications menu like you do when you rearm, and then you go to F10 other, and you'll see there's a couple of different options there for you to trigger the AI. This will only work once, so talk amongst yourselves as to when you're going to trigger it, because once you've spawned them in, that's it. There's also the possibility of having a Su-24 SEAD flight and a couple other things in there as well. It's just in the interest of trying to balance things out. Other than that, then the main invasion force that's going to invade the north coast of France, it's you'll see there's no intel tabs along the bottom of the sign-up sheet. That's because I wanted to keep it secret. And what I'll do is a separate Blufor briefing where I'll actually tell you what the strike targets are and where the invasion force is going to land. And of course, that needs to be supported by close air support to take out any Warsaw Pact Soviet tanks or any of the AAA in the area. So the main task of Red 4 then is to disrupt all of this, what's going on, and of course you're going to have both, air targets to take out, as well as your choppers will have plenty of NATO forces landing that you can have a pop at as well. In terms of aerial threats to both sides, there is going to be AI MiG-29s patrolling in the area. They are armed with only Fox 2s, and similarly on the blue side, they are AI F-16As, also armed with Fox 2s. Both sides have an AWACS each, and I've tried to give your flight names that they're the same as what the AWACS will talk to you. It's an AI AWACS, so when you talk to it on that frequency, your flight name is what it will talk back to you on. The Blufor also have this F10 radio map option with a couple of options on there, but it's again only just sort of for flavor. It doesn't really change the balance as much. It's not as influential as having access to MiG-31s. The AI tanker frequencies, the TACANs for the bases, all of these things are actually in the briefing screen in game. So if you need to remind yourself of what AWACS or an AI tanker frequency is, you can go back. On the blue side, you've got both a KC-135 boom for the Air Force guys, and you've got a Viking for the Navy guys. Just a few final notes. All helicopters, attack and transport, have 2 respawns because it's such a high threat environment. I expect you to probably get shot down at some point. Otherwise, everyone else, it's normal respawn rules, other than I've put in a landing crash because we're basically using a World War II map with modern jets. So whilst I've been able to take off, sometimes on landing it can get a bit odd, let's put it that way. If that happens, then just respawn. There is also combined arms, so if you do get shot down and you're bored, then feel free to jump into a T-55 or a T-72 or an M1 or whatever you can find. And that's it for the general briefing. Cap, I don't know if you want to go through the flights, and then we'll split off for a little bit of tactics and discussion, and I can give a separate briefing to Blue.
NATO, Springfield, F-16, Cap, Simba, Roadkill, Dodge, Warthog, Blight, GAC, Colt, Mirage F1, Bean, Ford, Harrier, Cypher, Harath, Squid, Bog, Mayhem, Space Chef, Enfield, Tomcat, Skill, High, Cobras, Artie, Huey, Matrix, Warsaw Pact, Flanker, Rhino, Dobber, Macabre, Frog, Tuxel, Car 50, MiG, Red, Hind, Sock, Jigsaw.
Okay. Anyway, as I said, in the kneeboard you'll have the images of what it is you need to strike, an overview map. But basically around Dunkirk, there's some AAA sites, particularly at the entrance of Dunkirk. There's an S60 AAA and a 57mm AAA that will need taking out pretty quickly. That's because the job of the choppers is to insert special forces at the entrance to Dunkirk. The landing zone for the insertion of special forces will be marked on the F10 map only for our coalition. So yeah, once you get there, you'll be taken off from the Tarawa. When you get to the landing zone, you'll have a radio menu option. Again, it says other F10, and you have the option to deploy Alpha Squad. And then if you go back and come back again, you have the option to deploy Bravo Squad, and they will suddenly ping into existence to simulate you deploying the troops there. They will seize the entrance to Dunkirk, because the main effort of the invasion is to seize Dunkirk and then use it as a deep water port to support the invasion of Europe. Just to the west of Dunkirk, there's a large railway marshalling yard. I don't know if people know the Dunkirk map very well, but there's a big railway part to the west. And there you have the enemy artillery and some further AAA that need taking out as well. So if the AAA at the entrance to the harbour is taken out, then for the Harriers, that's a big focus. And then just to the kind of very far, well, to the northeast of that marshalling yard, there's kind of an island, if you like. I guess an old castle or something. And in there you have a mechanized regiment. And it's a regiment from the GDR, so it's all T-55s. But be careful of that, because in there's also a Shilka and an SA-9, and they all need taking out as well, because they're an armoured regiment. The other thing that is a strike target, there is a command and control bunker to the south of Dunkirk, and you will see that on the map as well. And it's within what is like a sort of forest and a castle, or ruins of an old castle. So if you follow the road south of Dunkirk, you'll see it. I mean, it's obviously a big target with those radio towers sticking out. So that needs taking out. Other than that, then there is a modern, well, modern for the time, Soviet tank regiment off to the east of Dunkirk. Again, that's marked on the F10 map when we drop in. And there might be some T-72 patrols or companies around Dunkirk that also need taking out in support of our tanks. Other than that, that's the main target. So taking out the AAA, in order to get near the AAA and take it out, you'll have our seed flights will have to deal with the SA-11s and maybe even the SA-10 before we can get close to Dunkirk. And then, yeah, that's it. You'll see the landing ongoing, and that'll be everything for everybody. Any questions?
Birdkill, I've got Shotgun 5. Still waiting to get in.
Guys, I am seeing a distinct and worrying lack of AMRAAMs.
Yeah, we don't have any, unfortunately.
Special contact 240.
Request Captain, is your plane spawn loaded?
No.
Request rearming.
I've gone 4 Sidewinders, 4 harms, HTS, yo.
Set the contract 243.
Simba, where are you?
I am in a hangar.
I see. Let's go for a drive, valued viewers.
I'm in the process of rearming.
Progress 3.
Still loading, so I'm gonna close DCS and try and restart it.
Simba, where's the runway, yo?
Cypher, do you want to push 142?
Oh, we're at Manston, I think.
Copy 142. Alright, finally loaded in.
Oh, nice. Right, we are on the big runway. Waiting for you.
Roger, we'll arm up in a second.
Note, baddie's 50 miles away. Oof, oof, oof.
Are you, COM 1, 243, COM 2, 121?
Huh? What are you going on about, Simba? HTS set up and ready to boot. ETA 3.
Still rearming.
Oh, boys, run them up and hold.
Running up. And 3, good. Just go ahead and send it.
Let's go. Okay, boys, slight right roll. Start firing your air-to-ground systems up. And mill power. We are an SA-10 threat ring. Priority target are now on the nose. A mixture of books, clamshells, sea radar, snowdrifts. Yes, we start hammering those SA-11s at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Cap's ready to fire. Smallest fight ever. Why is it in the middle of the freaking ocean? That can't be right. No.
Are we cleared hot?
Yep. Engage. Cap, Magnum Tom's 4 RTB. SA-10s are firing.
Some Magnum times 4.
Quickest mission ever.
Altitude. Altitude.
Okay, I got Manston on 3, break 3-0 for 10. Yeah, why the hell did Debrief bring fuel tanks, guys? Lol. Oh, someone got shot down. Spike.
Altitude.
Spook.
Altitude.
I got 3 SA-11 hits. One confirmed kill.
Just gonna do it again. Land on the eastbound runway. Snowdrift just went down.
Altitude. Altitude.
Final.
Cypher check in.
Runway 10.
Go here. Alright, 3 Magnums are away. RTB.
Touchdown. Skid, 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 skid. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That time when you're not concentrating. That's the time you saw their valued humans.
Simba turning on the final.
I'll meet you at the reciprocal of 1, runway 10.
Stay firm.
Stop spiking me, stupid head. Look at that, Takan.
Well, I'm being pursued by 4 MiG-29s.
Request refueling.
Don't be there.
Requesting notified the ES-8 to engage the mix over the channel for
That's where you got to do things quick.
Sam.
Yeah, copy that. Harrier fly. I've lost Cypher, so I'm on my own. I've currently been launched by an SA-10, SA-11 and aircraft.
Huh.
Still on the deck.
Well, just stop there, turn around there, because we've got to expedite this.
Yeah, might not speak for me, sir.
Seat flight to do their job.
Taking off for the second run, now B.
I got a MiG-29 locked up, middle of the channel, I'm going to fire. Fox 3, MiG-29, middle of the channel, high. Come on, baby.
Two, ready check.
Two's ready.
Three, ready check.
3 rearming now. Splash 29, I'm getting the hell out of here.
That's my height. Lots of bandits out there. I'm going to take us north a bit to deconflict. Don't really want to get in dogfights.
2 copies. Just gotta spin around. 3 copy. You did turn your arms back on, correct? Yeah.
Aye, aye.
Three's ready.
Let's go.
Altitude. Altitude.
Lazy right turn to deconflict with fighters.
Yeah, looks like they brought the MiG-31s in early.
They get some altitude. Hello, Blighty. Right pull to target. Actually, scratch that. We're going to go northeast a bit to deconflict a bit more.
Angels 27.
Yes.
Fox 3 flanker channel.
That poor guy there getting chased.
You're calling.
Roger. It's probably, yeah, give it this altitude, it's fine. There's a MiG down there, but his Angel's 1. We're going to go right over the top of him.
Splash flanker.
Work high.
There's a traffic special inbound 10 mile.
Falcon, body spike. Angel 7.
Okay guys, ingressing on heading 170 towards Dunkirk. Let's go boom it.
Copy. 2 is 2 miles of trail.
Okay, nothing in footprint yet.
F-16 special.
Send.
Do you guys get luck with seed mission?
We're on our second run now, about to send magnums.
Copy, I'm gonna rearm for another run seed.
Do you see anything in your footprint, Simba?
Just 49s and AEs.
I was expecting hostile emitters down there, but I don't know what's going on. We're going towards baddies. We're going towards hostile cap, but they're all low down the cap, so I'm just keep an eye on them. Hopefully we can blow through, blow over the top. I'm going to make a wild guess that Bullseye is at Bulls.
Visual traffic special confirmed.
Still no hostile emitters. Viewers, why am I not seeing? Oh, there we go.
I got a search radar, an SD, 60 miles.
Here they come. They're populating. Far at will, I guess. I'm going for the snow drifts, as I know there's no chance we're going to kill a big bird. It's supposed to be a lovely DCS C6 in front of us, but it's not emitting. Alright, Simba, I'm going to start tagging snowdrifts after the 1 o'clock. a pop of that big bird.
Simba Magnum times 4 RTB.
Cap, same. Race you back.
American Magnum times 4 RTB.
Operating over a whole air force of bad guys. It's funny.
Yep, I'm getting painted by a MiG-29.
Just use your speed, you'll never catch up as long as you've got the momentum. Splash! Shag, sorry. We are wiping these freaking SAMs out, guys. That's at least 4 radars out so far.
Yep. I got confirm on another SA-11.
Me wikey. Too late, buddy, too late. More shacks, well done boys. Oof.
Jack, SA-11.
RTB quick. All units, F-16 second seed strike successful, going for third.
Copy, Cap. I'll try to roughly jump for seed strike.
Next time we'll try and take the Grumble down, guys. We'll all have to be together firing at the same time. Patriots firing. That's never a good thing. When a ye old Patriot fires.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up.
Taking same approach.
Yep.
Cap, you turn final now.
Yep.
Copy, I'll extend.
It's a really wide runway, guys. It's fine.
Okay, just give me some space. Beam, high.
Altitude.
Look ahead, high.
Altitude.
Hey man, I'm allowed to rearm in England, correct? In Barnstorm, or?
Yeah, that's correct to reland wherever you want.
Bro, you're rearming in Manston.
Just offer them chocolate and silk stocking, be fine.
Yeah, with big wings, big flaps, Tomcat can make it pretty good on short fields.
Welcome back, whoever you are.
Go done. Simba turning on the final.
Just get like 70 or 80% fuel, guys. It's not worth going all the way up.
High on long final, runway east, Manston.
Hello, hi. Welcome.
Hey Cap, bring it back to Tomcat. Simba, short final, runway 100.
There he is, look. Chop chop Simba, we're all waiting.
Strong
strike to SEAD.
Send.
Are we free of SAMs?
There is still a grumble and SA-10 and we're going after that on our third run. In a minute.
Tomcat coming in, runway east. I'm gonna stay on the right side of the fat runway.
Copy, they're gonna come in and refuel.
Roger.
I got a contact in the middle of the runway right now where I got visual on him. Just heads up.
Hi, don't hit me.
I woke up.
Rearming complete.
Cap rearmed, ready to go.
It's all good. We're all good.
Enemy fighters come across the channel, but I'm down to guns and 3,000 pounds of fuel, so I'm going to need a bit of a punt out.
Most fighters dead.
Unless we've got Sam still on our side as well.
During the refuel.
Ship flight Spaceship rearmed, climbing over Manston Forearms.
Where are they?
Oh, by the way, Cat,
Hello, Simba.
your AR door when you refuel, you will refuel quicker.
These voices from Rotary. Two Hind helicopters over Dunkirk. If you can come and shoot them down, that'd be great. Okay, just about to rearm and refuel across that way. Skill is initials for Manston 112 or whatever it is.
Hello, Skill. Don't crash and embarrass yourself.
It won't be the first time with it.
You guys still want the Tomcat to go full to where? Hello, Cap. Now I'm really here. What's up?
I'm honestly not sure. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't see many bandits.
Roger.
Skill shot final Manston 112. I'll stick to the right hand side. I've seen a Tomcat and an F-16 down there, so I'll not hit you.
Roger, I'm actually gonna move away. Roger, Dean, do you want the Tomcats to go fuller to where? Want me to take our Phoenix and also maybe bombs to help out? Let us know.
Any Tomcats, if you can come and shoot down a Hind over Dunkirk, that'd be great.
This image on my roll. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, just rearm and I'll head across there next.
Come on, Simba. Why are you so slow?
Simba's loaded up. Just got a flip of 180.
Okay, we tried. Okay guys, we're going to go pretty much in formation and we're going to attack a break grumble.
Simba wheels up.
On target 120. Coming to mill power just to let you guys catch up.
Cap Spaceship.
We are on our way now for our final strike against the SA-10. Send.
Copy. Are you going to climb and launch from afar? What's your plan?
I don't know yet because we haven't got the emitter sighted yet.
Yeah, I've got two big birds bearing 140 and a bit more to the right.
Yeah, we'll probably go up to Angels 30 or 40 and launch at about 40 miles.
Copy. I'm established Angel 32.
Hey guys, we're just going to wait for the emitter to show.
Tomcats rearming, mainly Phoenix. Gonna take a couple of 1,000 pound bombs in case you need them somewhere, guys.
Yeah, we're kills this one, right?
Anyone got radiation yet?
Got a big bird, 12 o'clock.
Ah, strange. Did you do anything to get that to appear?
Engaged, defensive. We just have all selected.
Hello, Big Bird. Hello, Big Bird. Simba, do you see the emitters yet?
I only see 49s and AEs.
Yeah, same here. Okay, we'll just be patient.
Cap Spaceship.
Send.
I'm also picking an SA-11. Do you want me to take care of that?
Yes, please.
Copy, engaging SA-11.
No emitters yet for her lead. Should we turn it off and on again?
Did you power on your harms?
Check. Any emitters for you yet, Simba?
Nope. No change.
Here they come. Right, I'm seeing Big Bird now, but we'll wait for Simba. Still got some distance.
Got a clamshell.
Alright guys, we're going to try and spread our weapons between the clamshell and the Big Bird on the nose to try and make sure we neutralise everything. We're going to go full burn on 3, 2, 1, mark. And increase our altitude just to give everything it can. Try and do 2 on each if you can, and hold. Okay guys, on my mark, start firing. 3, 2, 1, mark.
Special cannon gets the Big Bird on the left as well.
Okay, I've got 4. I've got 2 on each target.
Sim the same. Turning cold.
Urca same, turning cold.
F-16s are 12 harms out on the main Big Bird and clamshell. Guys, I am not detecting any real radiation.
My 2 last harms.
I'm going air to air.
BDA.
Scratch that, snowdrift just popped up.
11's in your area.
Roger, pulling out.
I think I say 11.
Where is that sucker? Oh, fuck! Don't know whether there's something right up. It must have turned its radar on, guys, at the last minute. It shot straight up at me.
Luckily, I still had 1 harm. Shack SA-11.
Well done. Go do a good thing, guys. Go do a good thing. Yeah! Got the S400, S300. Well done, boys. S300 destroyed both radars.
SA-9 over Dunkirk. All the mechanized regiment, there's a lot of targets can go V-17 on that thing.
Ah, how about that?
The strike group got taken out by SA-9s.
Negative, still standing, I'm just trying to refuel.
Tomcat, we still rolling for takeoff now we're overboard across the channel.
Simba passing over the runway, entering the pattern.
Roger, you guys can carry on, but it's 9 o'clock for me, so I'll be heading off early, but you guys can carry on if you want. Oh, look, there's the S300 we destroyed. We punched your face got punched. Now your face doesn't work. Cassie got punched.
Simba on final,
runway
110.
Look at that. Boom, Osa dead. Land that plane, Simba, land that plane.
Departing runway west, Manchester.
on the coastline's done. Down.
57.
Yep, that's good job. Unfortunately, we have no transport units left.
Oh,
Target for high the mechanized regiment. I'm gonna go carpet bomb over there.
got him. That's 3 down. Other way around, Timbo.
Being for Simba.
Near enough.
Just so you know, the lantern pod for the 16 did come out in the mid-80s.
Yeah, but you don't have function on the 16, do you? You have a teapot.
I thought it was F-16.
Someone's alerted the SM2s, guys.
Yeah, a targeting pod did come out for the 16 in the mid-80s.
Yeah, but we don't have it in game, do we?
It's kind of one and the same. It's when Lockheed worked with the French to design the initial pod, and then they started producing their own versions in the mid-80s.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's the same. Would be the same resolution as the Lantern. F-14. I mean, I think the problem I have is that you guys should have an ability to laser designate, but we don't have the old enough tech, so it would be something we'd have to discuss with the red side if we were doing it to PvP, because otherwise it gives a big advantage.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, they did have the ability to laser designate in the mid-80s.
Oh, they have the ability to laser designate in the 70s.
Yeah.
But it's just how good the tech is that we've got in the game.
I think in the 80s only in service they had the F-111s with targeted bots and laser guided bombs, no?
Well, the F-4s would be good laser designators.
F-16s were doing it in the mid-80s, mid to late 80s.
But the 111 then was the very first one, right? If I'm correct.
To have an integrated pod, I think, yeah, because it wasn't the F-4s that had to like shine a laser out the window or something.
Yeah.
But they started designing the F-111 in the 60s, I think. 60s.
Yes, 60s.
Yeah, the 111 had a pod that came out like the bottom of the airplane. It was a massive, ugly thing.
Yeah.
They even served in Vietnam, I think.
Yes, they did. In fact, I was watching the video on that when I was back in the States.
Also, the Tomcat served in Nam at the very end, just in escort mission, so they didn't see any air-to-air action or anything.
Bean from Matrix.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you restrict the fuel in these tanks? They can go about 300 yards and stop.
Oof.
No. Yeah, the AI seems to really hate this map, I've noticed. That's a bit odd because someone else is in an Ambrams. And
Blight's merged. Yeah, he doesn't realise he's merged, but he is merged. Oof. Now he realises.
Yeah.
Cap, am I the only seed plane left?
I'm gonna go straight into the mechanized battalion. Is that okay, Cap? And just carpet bomb there, or what's the more?
Yeah, as long as it's relatively quick.
Yeah, I'm 30 miles from target, and just so you guys tell me where you want it, the more damage I can do, the better.
I mean, it'll look good for the film.
It's gonna look good. 10 bombs, bam, 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 B-17 on these guys. Let's go World War II style on the Tomcat.
Well, they did park them nicely in a row for you.
Second road traffic, Harrier on approach.
Oh, there's an F-16 hovering.
Yep. Reserve gone, guys. Oh well, it lasted most of the time, right? I'm watching everyone fly backwards.
Yeah, mine's dead and SRS has gone.
Looks like they're moving again.
No, yeah, I think it's, oh. It came back.
spaceship. Roger, guys. I think that's it for me. I will see you in debrief whenever you're ready. And welcome back to Debrief. I just saw what we did with our SEAD, so I don't really know what happened. But Bean, do you want to go group by group or give an overview, if you know?
I'll give a rough overview and then we'll go group by group cap. So in terms of rough overview objectives for the Blufor, seemed to go relatively well. There's a couple of things that didn't work out. We didn't manage to seize the entrance to the harbour. That was mainly because we were a bit thin on the ground. We only had one guy doing transport helos and he got taken out 2 times, unfortunately. But in terms of the overall objective of reducing the AAA and the SEAD, that seemed to go very well. Just checking, I don't think that the command center got destroyed. Someone have to update me on that. The invasion's landed. There is a bit of a counter push now ongoing, but maybe we'll have that in the next mission. Otherwise, yeah, it seemed to go relatively well. I think we got air superiority at the end on the blue side. There's still a few MiG-29s flying around, but otherwise quite successful. I mean, the Reds did a good job of pushing back as well, but I'll let them go through flight by flight now and tell us what happened.
Right. First group, send, whoever you are. Or was it us?
That's you.
Oh, how about that? 3 F-16s, took off, killed a load of snowdrifts, landed. Took off again, killed a load of snowdrifts and some miscellaneous. Landed. Took off again, killed the main SA-10. I got shot down. Simba went back. Roadkill went in and shot some helicopters down and then lost to a MiG. And I don't think Simba made it up again. So, not too bad. Next group.
It's the Warthogs. We took off, flew. We actually waited for the second round of seed and then took off, headed toward Dunkirk. Once we got into the Dunkirk area, I took a SA-9 to the face, and shortly after that, gacked it as well. So
it's problematic. I don't think we can shoot them. They're not emitters, are they? So we can't do much about them.
Yep.
Roger. Roger, guys. Next group. Flight. Whatever.
Bean.
Come on, Bean.
To me,
With your mouth.
well, I had trouble getting in. I had my Oculus fall over, and then I joined in 2D, and decided to go a bit strike and a bit air to air, and I went in to take out the S60s for Matrix, so he could land at the LZ, which I did, but I then departed flight and crashed twice in 1 week.
Yep. Next group. Flight.
So we took off from Hawkinge. Cypher got a little bit too close to one of the SAMs and got nailed pretty early on. I decided to fly in circles above Dover for about an hour, and when the seed flight had done their job, none of the JTACs would laze anything, so I flew back.
That sucks. Roger. Alright. Next group.
Squid flight. We took off from Theodore Roosevelt. I went in for a first seed mission. There were many enemy fighters, so we didn't have time to launch all our harms. We had to engage some enemy bandits. I managed to splash 2. Mayhem was shot down, and I returned to the Roosevelt, rearmed, went back, launched some more harms, and finished looking for helicopters, but server crashed.
Joe. Next flight, please.
Enfield, the Tomcats, took off from the carrier. Quite a lot of enemy aircraft in the air, so I think between the two of us, I think we got 3 kills each, possibly. Nice. I got 3 anyway. I think Hyde maybe got the same. He can confirm or deny it. Otherwise, by the end there was a few MiGs left, but they were skulking mostly low level over France, and we were still getting pinged by SAM, so we couldn't go and get them. And but the course, the channel on that was clear, so that was that.
Roger. Well done, boys. Next flight, please.
Probably Matrix in the Huey. Took off. Plan was to find somewhere up the coast where it was a bit quieter, hang around there, wait for an opportune moment, sneak in. As I was sneaking in, I was spotted by somebody. I think I was spotted by Sock, and ended up getting shot down, respawned, headed in. He spotted me coming, so we had a bit of a tangle. Very pleased after he shot me down that I saw him crashing as well.
Yeah.
Second respawn, headed in, and yeah, much the same. Got caught by something. It's not really a doable in a Huey, really, with that much AAA.
Agreed. Next flight, please.
I guess it's the Su-27 from the Warsaw Pike. And that was Rhino, Dobber, and me. Rhino and Dobber took off in first pair, and I think Dobber had quite some kills, I think 3 or so. Later on, I took off, and the others went back. I think Rhino got shot down. I tried to push some of you guys, had no luck. Later on, Dobber came back, I think did one more kill before he got killed, and I got also killed somehow. And that's it from my side.
Roger. Next flight, please.
Jaxa just agreed with us that he's gonna die after 6 minutes instead of 5 like last time. So he's gone already, but did a good job, yes.
Roger. Yep, I saw. I was just watching him on attack view. Next flight, please. Is that Malot?
Are we doing with Reds next?
Yeah.
Me and Red in the KA-50s, we took off. I went and destroyed a few ships. I'm not sure what he did. I also shot down Matrix once. We all hunted him down, and it was very, very laggy for me. I don't know why, only 20 frames.
Yes, it's this map isn't made for modern or big games like this, so it doesn't really work, but it looks nice still. Anyone else, guys?
Yes. So we have Sock and Jigsaw and the Hinds. So we backed up Redo and Mig and the Black Sharks and provided cap for their excursion. We ended up gaining total air dominance over the battlefield. You undercount the fact that there are still Hinds on the field there with their adders or whatever they got.
Yep. Watching you do some good damage, guys. Right, is that my lot, guys? Alright, well done. Nice little mission. Server held up just long enough to get a good hour's worth of game and, you know, a bit of fun. Anything else from Bean before we sign off?
No, it was good. Thanks, everybody.
Well done, boys. I'll catch you next week.
See
you.
Cheers.
Let's go.
See you.